Hello guys, welcome. I'm live again. Today, I would like to show you a Tryndamere top matchup in mid platinum. But first of all, hi, my name is Fons. I'm a Tryndamere one trick. Currently, I am pretty sure that I am in the top 700 right now of Tryndamere European players. So I'm not bad, but I'm not the best at the game, of course. But today we will be going over a Tryndamere versus Irelia matchup. So let's do it. We need to wait a bit, which is unfortunate. All right, okay. So let's load into the game. So first of all, whenever you load in the game, you want to check a couple things, all right? We are checking who their jungler is, but also who their top laner is. All right, so we are playing against Irelia top, okay? So the two most important things, or three most important things to note are, okay, what are her summoners? First of all, she has flash, but also teleport. We have flash and ignite, meaning that we are slightly stronger face to face, because we have a fighting sum, she doesn't. Okay, cool. Secondly, we notice that she has Conqueror runestones. We have Blade, which is really strong in like chunks or like short trades, but it's weaker than very long or extended fights. Okay, so what our goal is we need to have multiple short fights to kill her. Okay, cool. So the first thing what I'm gonna do is I'm going to try to walk into the mid bush or the third bush, so we can have a small trade with her if she is there. The point is that we also would like to deny her bone plating, okay? Because she might have it, and what bone plating does is, well, it basically it reduces the next 3 attacks for 2.5 seconds, I believe. So the point is well, that we would like to get it off cooldown. So me, I'm waiting here, but she doesn't show till now. The goal of my spin here is to have a small trade and to maybe deny her bone plating if she has it. Well, in this particular case, she has it. Okay, so what we do here is we go in and then we just back up because she runs away. Oh, I can't really just, I can point the camera up. That's unfortunate. So as you can see, then I'm, oh my god, I'm messing it apart. Okay, so we go in, we deny her bone, and then she goes in while her passive is stacked and her bone is down. Now, well, in this particular case, she has a fully stacked passive, okay? So what her passive does is, it gives her not only more damage, but also more healing. Her conqueror. Secondly, she has a fully stacked passive, which gives her more attack speed and more damage. Now, we did not have a fully stacked passive, and so it's not good for us to have longer trades there. So we just go back to our turret and we just spin back, okay? We spin out. And now I have a little bit more base health than her. So my point now is, I know is when my rune is back up my Hail of Blades, then I will be in a position to kill her in one go, because she is now so low. Okay, so now I'm waiting for my rune to go back. Now, as you can see, her conqueror stacks are gone. She still has a full passive, but now we also have a full passive. We have full fury, meaning we have more crit chance, meaning we do more damage output, or the likelihood that we do more damage goes up. Okay, so now when our Hail of Blades is back up, we can burst her down. So there I was just waiting, okay, for her to go into my auto range, okay. And then I just burst her with my E, but also with my flash. All right. So it's really important to try to bait her while just stepping in regularly speaking, and not go in with my E there. Okay, because if we spin in, she can just run away and maybe live. Okay, really important. So now she is dead. What I do here is I just let these minions over here kill mine. Okay, because what you want to do here is you normally speaking get level 2 when you get the first wave all the minions here, but also one more minion of the second wave. Okay, now because I killed her, I got enough experience to have a level 2 advantage. So my goal here is to just chillax. Now, she is actually going back in, okay, with teleport. Now, well, I know for a fact she is going to be level 1 for a long time still. When we take a look, at her, oh, maybe this is like the third wave, I believe. Yeah, sure. Okay, so she is still a level 1, okay? My point being is I am level 2, she is level 1. Now, she doesn't have any stacks up. 0 stacks. So there's a really big important thing, and that is the level 2 advantage. Now, when you are level 2, you have 20 more attack damage, so that's like 2 long swords. Okay, so that's a 700 gold lead. Okay, when we look at her stats, she has 80 damage. We have 94. Okay, so that's close to 2 long swords. It's actually just 1.5. Now we have a 0.799 attack speed. She has a 0.74. Okay, sure. And we have the same amount of armor. Okay, fine, sure. Now, the point of this is that we have a lot more damage than her. Like, we have like 500 gold worth of more damage. Not only that, we also have 70 fury, which is we have our passive relatively well stacked. Now she has 0 stacks. We have almost full. Plus we have our passive, Hail of Blades, or our main rune up, meaning that we can kill her again now, because we have more damage, we have more burst, and we have our passive up. Okay, and she just cannot burst us because we have both more long-term damage because of our stacked up passive, but but we also have a superior short trait damage here. So we must fight her now before she gets level 2, right? So what I do here is I simply just go in. She tries to ignore me because she wants to go and get her level 2. But as you can see, I basically made her 300 HP and she hasn't even touched me yet. So now she's just dead again, right? And there she goes. And now I'm level 3. And now the game is won, okay? So this is basically how you win lane with Tryndamere top early versus an Irelia. One more thing to note is we would have played the exact same way like level 1, even if she had ignite, okay? Because you still do more burst when we went in for our second right game. So now these minions are dying and she gets level 2 now, okay? Now there are 1, 2, 4, 7 minions here. For a 6 she is level 2. We are level 3.5, okay? So all we have to do now is just farm, deny her farm, deny her gold, deny her XP, and just chill with our leading items, because we have bought 2 long swords, a potion, and 1 glowing mode. She has bought refillable potions. Okay, so now she has 83 damage. We have 108. We do a lot more damage and we have an XP lead. Okay, so now I'm just walking back to lane and the game is in a great position here. Now, when you take a closer look at this wave, we have 6 minions, she has 9, okay? This is what we call a freeze position, alright? So our goal is here to freeze this, like right here, and deny her gold, but also experience. And we are also going to now try to have small and short trades now, because she is close to level 3, we are close to level 4. We have 1000 health, she has 860 health. Okay, now we are just zoning her off the minions, so she gets 0 gold. Now she used her W, which is basically her stun. Now I'm level 4, my base damage is a lot more than hers, and she doesn't have her passive stacked. The goal is for us is we we go in, we have a short trade, and then you just back out and keep the freeze. Now, when we go in and she follows us, she dies. Okay, why? Because we are at level 4, we have a relatively good stack passive. Then she has just 2 stacks, and she is 1 level down with close to 1k down in items. So she can't follow me after I did a little bit of sprinkle. Now, so I took 200 damage, I think, and she took 80. Okay, so she won there when it comes to roll damage, but I denied her bone. That's really important. So now she is burstable with no passive, while mine is really stacked up. So we want to try to keep the freeze, stack our passive up, then so we crit and we auto once, and then we just back the fuck up, right? Now we just Q to get a little bit more health. We get 1 more small trade, and now we can just kill her. Now we get 1 more small trade off. Now this wave is frozen here. We get a level 5. She's still level 3. We would like to deny her that minion when it comes to roll experience. We Q to get a little bit more health. We try to get this minion. Okay, so what we do here, she thinks this is not warded, so she just sits in the bush and we just kill her. Now let me show you again. She sits in the bush, we E in, we don't get stunned, and we just auto it well, and we just kill her. Now this wave, this is still a frozen wave here, so we can push it in, sure, and deny her some minions, or we can have the wave frozen and deny her more. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna just chillax, we're gonna ward, and we're gonna freeze here. We are now 3-0. And this is a perfectly frozen wave right at our side of the river, making this a non-gankable lane. Okay, really important. Now she is level 4, we are level 6. We have a really big lead. We have a 2-level lead here. Plus we have her R, meaning she cannot step up here. Now we have, she wards, alright. We have 34 minions of she has 15. we are doubling her in CS, alright? Now, they go in and they back up. The problem is that I still have R here. And she's now pretty bursted down, okay? Yeah. This is a really big problem for them. Because not only did the game waste time here, but we now have a lead. And well, our jungler died here, which sucks. But our ADC did get a kill, so it's fine, right? It's fine. And she is gonna probably miss these minions here, so we are still in a great position as a team, right? Now, what I'm doing here is I'm zoning her so she doesn't get experience, because when this minion dies, we would like her to not get any but zero experience. Why, may you ask? Well, it's because experience is worth more than gold in this game, okay? Really important to know and to remember. See, when this minion dies, look at the purple bar, alright? Shit. It's the same. Let's back up a bit, alright? Now we are take a look at this, alright? I press play, I go to her, I press play, and she gets zero experience there. Really important to deny as much from your opponent. You would rather miss gold and deny her experience, okay? Because experience is worth more in this game than gold, right? Well, so like these minions are worth like 14 gold, 20 gold, or maybe like 52 gold for a cannon. Okay. Now, what I am saying is maybe you would like to get the cannon gold, okay? Because those are worth a shit ton of gold. It's 52 gold. Like, she's now, like we are like 3-0 now. She is probably worth 120 or 150 gold when I kill her for the 4th time. Now a cannon is 52 gold, which is basically 1/3 of a kill. 1/3 of a kill is pretty solid, and you would rather get that gold and you give her experience than to miss the cannon gold, okay? So that is one exception, right? Or one exception to the rule. And also, getting kills is always better than trying to zone her. Because if she's dead, right? So you can bait someone in so they can get a little bit of XP, and then you can kill them if they overstep to try to get that XP. Because when she's dead, she gets 0, nothing, for like 20 seconds. That's huge. Okay. Now our goal is to deny, and we are denying like champs, and we're getting gold at the same time. Now, really important, we can go in for the all-in actually. Because why? We can clear this and then we can burst her down here. Okay, why? We have a 3-level lead. 3-level lead. We also have hail of blades, which makes us able to just burst her down. We have flash in 12 seconds, so we can flash out of turret range if need be. Plus, we have a spin, which is in our kit. Plus, we can get this wave and this wave to help us dive her. Okay, and the goal is when she dies under her turret and we live, she misses all my minions of gold and experience. Thus, we get an even bigger lead. Okay, so our goal is to dive her right now because we have such a big lead and we're just able to deny her even more. Okay. Now if she just wasted her E, which is good for us. Now we're gonna try to just do that, right? And now she is dead and she misses all these minions. Not only that, we still have her flash, we still have her R. How good is that, right? Really good, because now we can get some plates and we can get this to get some health back, and then we can just sit here, we can proxy here, and then we can kill her one more time to snowball the game out of control. Okay. And that's what I'm doing. I'm getting some health back. Now, she's actually teleporting here. Now, she is level 5, okay? I am level 8. So I can try to dive her. But because of the fact that she can stack her passive relatively fast, she can jump around, and she has her stun up, her E. Well, I can plus she has bone, plus she is close to being level 5. I can probably kill her, but one thing is I don't know where her jungler is. I currently have a shit ton of gold, plus I have a 200 gold bounty, so she gets to have 500 gold whenever I die. Me dying here is not good. She may lose minions, but she's probably also going to get more minions, so she may lose like 7 minions of XP, but she gets 500 gold, and will I lose my tempo. Plus, I may even not be able to kill her, which may throw my entire lead. Plus, if the game was her, they could probably kill me without me being able to kill her, which is really bad. So the chance of this being a positive dive is very, very low, meaning that the better thing to do here is to just back, right, and get some items. But if she didn't use her TP, then I would probably stand here, proxy, and just zone her off to get back to her turret. So her just TPing her is actually the better choice, okay, for her. So then I just decide to base, because it's the most consistent solution. Now, what I'm doing here is I'm getting one more wave, probably for an item spike or something, okay? Right? And now just back in this bush. Right, it's fine. Right. So as you can see is yes. So we cleared this wave to get our first item. Nobody has an item, but well, I guess Draven has an item, but we have a stronger item, and we are level 8, and Draven is level 6. So now, because we have an item spike, is we can literally just go in and win, because we now win the long fights because we are level 8, we have an item, we have R, we just deal so much more damage, and it doesn't even matter that we have short trade runes. We can just go for short trades, we can go for long fights, doesn't matter, we just win. Even with 0 Fury and her with full stacks, we just win, because we have amassed such a big lead now that it doesn't matter. Like it doesn't matter. Right now we're 8 minutes in the game. We get the 2 minions and we try to zone again. See how we are zoning her? She actually got 6 there, so we didn't zone good enough, but we got the gold, so that's it. Now we can actually go in for the Ian, just the auto, which would have probably been the better play there. But I did not want to get stunned there. So that was a little bit of a misplay by me, I think, because I could have bursted her a bit there. that is my fault. Right? It doesn't matter because we are still in a great position here. So now I get a plate. We do not dive her. We just ignore her because we have such a big lead now. We get the minions. And because we have such a big lead now, let me just... Okay. Alright, this is my vision, okay? Now, because I have such a big lead, okay? I would like to see where the jungler's at, just because to give our team more in formation. Now, because we have an item, we can also just steal his crux here, okay? So that's what I'm gonna do. Now that I've beaten the top laner, I'm going to try to deny the jungler here, right? So as you look, my W is down. Whenever your W goes from gray to red, that means that there is an enemy nearby. Not only that, but you can also scout if when your W is down. Let me like when it's still on cooldown, I mean. Let me explain, alright? So for those who don't know how Tryndamere W works, champions nearby text. Away or nearby? Yeah. So let me show you something cool. So when Tryndamere's W is still on cooldown, but the enemies are nearby, when you press, well, keep pressing W, it says the ability is not ready yet. Not ready yet. Meaning that you are for certain that people are nearby. It's such a cool trick, but not many people know about it, okay? Now, when there's nobody nearby, well, it says you can't cast that right now, okay? When it says not ready yet, then someone is nearby, alright? So let's go back to the game. So because we still have our W not on cooldown, it means that, well, if someone is nearby, then it lights up, okay? So now we're just taking crux. We see here that's our W lights up like ding. Now when we go to my champion here, like this, and we just go to Tryndamere. So, well, I also warded this. So I know for a fact Kane is there, but Kane also knows that I'm there. So he goes into me and he dies. Pretty stupid, right? Yes, it is. So yeah, he just goes in and dies. So now, because crooks are taken care of, their jungler is dead, we can just take these minions and back. Simple as that. And she now, because Kane is dead, Kane is one level below her, she can just take these. And now, what we're doing is we know that the Kane would like to go here or maybe here. Okay, we know that his camps are still up, meaning I just do that and I just scout him with my W, and then I just kill him again. Now, when I did not get that crit off, he would probably live there, right? But we are a little bit lucky, and Kane is just tilted now because she now has a big farm lead, and Kane is still stuck. And now, like I don't know, but in this particular case, Kane says jungle top div. And now, look at this, right? So my jungler, he's actually going to kill my top laner. Sounds a bit weird, but look at her items. And she's one level up. And she can just solo my top laner. Okay, now I'm taking red. Because I can, right? Why? Well, Kane is 4 levels behind me. And Kane doesn't have R. So if Kane really would like to get his red, he needs to come right into me. But when he comes right into me, he dies for a third time. And because my jungler ganked her, that means I'm free to take the red buff here. So I took Crux, I took Raptors, but I also took his red. Meaning the Kane is starving now. And that is basically how you win games in League. By crushing your lane, then crushing their jungler, taking their farm, and then just making it so your team has more chance of surviving ganks, because their jungler will now be significantly weaker in ganks, meaning you are indirectly helping your team a lot here, just because we are being a proxy menace and not only denying top but also denying jungle by ourselves here. Pretty cool, right? Now, when we take a look at the vision here, we can see that the Kane has left his red buff because he doesn't want to get killed again. And I totally, fully understand that. Plus, Kane is a scaling champ, so the longer we can keep him weak, that's really good, because then our team has a chance of amassing a really big lead and just be unstoppable for the rest of the game. So we are really trying to win here. Let's go back to my vision here. Now I'm blue, and because I'm so strong here, well, I can just push the wave in, so it bounces back to me for a potential freeze. There's no need to keep the wave state right here, when we can just proxy kill her hair and then just get more camps or back for more items. Okay, so the goal with playing Tryndamere is that you try to really snowball an early lead so you can carry hard. Now I'm getting a plate, and she so happens to be back now. Now I'm not diving here. Do not dive here. Why? She has flash, she has R, she has W, she has E. Me diving here with no flash, with just my R, with hail of blades and not something like with something that's for long fights like lethal tempo, is just int. We don't have the damage for her stun and dashes to live that long. We don't have the tools here. Okay, so do not dive there. Now I'm trying to see if she steps up, because she may thinks we have backed her. Now let's take a look at her vision. Now she has no idea we are sitting here. So my idea was that she would like to at least sit right here to get some experience, or to maybe even step up and get those minions. But she just sits there and waits. And now we press B and back, because now we have a decent back timer here. Okay, Now we bought a BF sword and we bought a pickaxe. So in this particular situation, she doesn't have boots. We don't have boots. Totally fine. We just get more damage. Okay? Like it's totally fine. We don't need boots. We can just fuck her up with roll DPS. So my goal here is to actually ward or let me explain. Okay, so let me go back. So what I do here is I place a ward here. Why do I place a ward there? So I vision. Right, so let's go back to my vision. Let's go back to where we were. We get this wave, so we get the bounce back. She doesn't show up, so we just go get a plate. We get one more wave here. She doesn't step up, so I waited there. Why? Because if she was dumb enough to step up again, she dies. Okay, simple as that. But she's actually smart, so that didn't work. But that meant we needed to do one more crash for a decent back. Okay, we just want to test how someone's body language is in the game. Okay, that is all we did. Okay, now we are going back. Now we still have vision. Look closely on the map what happens here. So you can see someone push this because we saw a wind wave going from here to here. Okay, so in League it's really important to look at the map. Now because we have a ward here and we look at the map, it's really important. We see the cane showing up at a red ward, okay? Really important. And we see that his character moves to the left up. We know that there are two camps in League. There are Crux and there's Red. Now Crux is probably up because we just killed their blue. So we know that the Kane is now taking his Crux. Right now. So what we do here is because we saw the ward. Is we clear the minions and then we do a V-line straight to her. And ta-da! He clears the final Crux. Then I spin in. Then I auto W, and then I ignite him, and then I do one more auto, and then he dies again. Now at this point, we are so close to his raptors, we just take it. We just take it because we are already there. So it's a bonus, it's a plus. Now we have killed the Kane 3 times in his own jungle. That is how you play for the win. Because now he is useless. He is level 7. He is way less strong than mid lane or bot lane. And his farming sucks. Now, in this particular position here, I am 7-0. Full damage. 0 resistances. I am level 11. Akali is level 10 here. Now, she ignites and I just E away and anti-R. She almost kills me here, but I still had R up. She even flashed. Now, there's one thing I would like to tell you. She's 4-4-2, and she almost kills me. Like if she played it a little bit better, she would have gotten my bounty there, and she would have fucked me up. Now, she is a hard counter, okay? This is not something I like to admit, but she played it well. So I should have back there, but I wasn't aware she could just burst me like that when she's 1 level down. It's just weird to me, but I guess it works just like that because I have 0 resistances built, and because she bursts me, I am forced to back her. Why? Because she can burst me with her R and flash if I don't back. So she gets a lot of plays, a lot of minions here. But it is what it is, alright? It's fine. The better play was after I killed Kane and the mid laner came to me was to just spin away. Just spin away. Just ignore her because she just counters me. Stupid. Yes, it's very stupid, I think. But it is how it is, alright? Now I'm walking back to lane. Now I'm freezing here. Now, normally speaking, you need 4 minions for a freeze, okay? You'd like your freeze to either be here till the end of the rock or a little bit above, okay? Why? Because then you are safe from ganks, but you can also be sure that the the turret doesn't hit the minions, thus making it easier for you to keep the freeze. And so actually pressing S, which is basically the stop command for your character, that makes it so your character doesn't hit anything. The stop command S. You press S on your keyboard. So right now we are keeping the freeze, and we are scouting with our W, and we see nobody that's nearby. So that means she is getting the night experience. And when we look at the vision, she is here, okay? So that's right. She isn't nearby, and we just keep the freeze. So when would you like to do a freeze? Well, when it's still early. Like you can see when you look at our team, when you look at their team, they are like level 9 or something. Level 9, level 10. But let's just say level 9, okay? Now, normally speaking, you keep freezing or like doing freezes till the team average is level 12. Okay, so yes, we are level 12, so technically speaking we would want to stop freezing, but we are level 12 because we have a really big lead. So technically we are still pretty early in the game. A lot of people in our game do not have great wave clear yet because they are still level 9 on average, and they are slower because they are lower level. When we press tab, you can see that our mid laner has tier 1 boots, and my ADC has no boots, which means the game is still going very slow when it comes to people moving around the map and being able to pressure and push, which means that inherently speaking, freezing is a decent and best way to expand your lead, because pushing and forcing things and rotating right now is still weaker than freezing. Okay? So here we just freeze, okay? We just keep calm, we deny experience, we walk in the bush, we try to locate our top laner. She's level 9, we are level 12, we are not scared at all. We are one and a half items, close to 2 items even, and she is literally 1 item and 1 cloth armor, and 3 levels down, no passive up, we have our passive half stacked. So we just win. Like, we just did half of her bar, and we keep the freeze, and we are still like nothing happened. Now, when you look at the map, you actually see a TP happening here. So I don't see where my top laner is, okay? But I do see a TP happening here, which is weird, right? Now, when we look at the map, we see that our top laner, that is full health, but actually not really, because she has a shield. She teleports into 3 of my teammates that are both strong, okay? Now, because I see that, I start to push. Why? Because she is fighting, probably dying, meaning that she won't be top lane for another, let's say, 30-40 seconds, okay? Now, while I'm pushing hard, they are dying, and now this is actually pretty decent, okay? Now she's inting, she's dying. Their mid laner is actually coming to me. Now, when you press tab, you can see that we have our top quest completed, and she has her mid quest completed, which means she is now able to just rotate top without losing anything in return. Now she counters me. She counters me quite hard, even when we're 7-0 and she's 4-2 and she has 50 less CS. She's 1 level down. She's still really strong. Now she actually used her dash, meaning I know for a fact that she can burst me down and then follow me from a distance and then just kill me, okay? So I was pretty certain that I was gonna do a lot of damage to her here. But not if she just runs away like a pussy. But I actually use flash, and then I actually R. But she's in the cloud, and she, believe it or fucking not, she has. But I have 14 HP. She has 88. This is freaking shit. Now, let me go back a little bit. So, we know that her abilities are now on cooldown. We know that she has R. Okay? We know that she can burst me hair. Period. Because she has an insane amount of magic damage. So we have to R here. We just have to. When we look at the Akali, let's take a look. She almost has E up. But she missed. And then I level up and I get 100 health. She almost managed to kill me there. Which is fucking insane to me, alright? So, like, yeah. So do not fight on Akali. Well, unless you buy resistances, and that is what we are doing soon. We base because we don't have, we don't have any health here, and we just go back to lane. We're still playing against the Akali. We know that we're most likely going to lose, so we're just gonna peek around. We're going to defend our jungler, and because we can actually see her. Why can we see her? Let me just check. So we actually defend our jungler here. We saw her hair because she went into the shroud. So we save our jungler and we see her hair. See? Her shroud stops. And then I just kill her with my E-spin. Because she did a bunch of damage, but I also did a bunch of damage. So then she just straight up dies here. And like when we... Like my jungler kills their jungler, then the minion comes to her. She uses all her shit on my jungler, and then I just kill her there. See, that's like really clean, but it's a good death. Now we just keep pushing here. We keep it up, and we actually kill the turret here. We would like to take the game to a new stage. We are now taking the game to the mid game. You can see that their jungler is level 9, 0 and 5. He did nothing. And our jungler is, level 12. We killed their jungler 3 times, making him completely useless. I realize a little bit tilted. It happens. We get our second item. And what we do now is very specific, okay? Very specific. What we do now is we get essence. We get infinity edge. Normally speaking, well, I would go with slowness or armor pen, like Seraldas. But because they have an Akali, which can basically one-shot me, I am forced to build some magic resistance so she doesn't make me useless. Because I can have all the damage in the world. But if she one-shots me, I am useless completely. So what I bought is Negation Cloak, which gives me 45 magic resistance, which is basically like a half of this item negated, just completely useless. And what I'm actually buying is Wit's End. So not only does it give me magic resistance, but it gives me attack speed, which is good on Trynd because I can auto people faster. But it also gives me tenacity, I believe, which makes it so Irelia, Kane, Ash, but also Cho, that their stuns will last less long, which is really good. But I'm not certain if it gives me tenacity, so don't quote me on that, right? So now I'm going to a Kali because I am pretty sure now that I am 2 levels ahead and, well, I have cloak hair, that she is not going to one-tap me anymore, okay? So I just go in, and she does a lot less damage, see? So fighting her is a lot more pleasant now, okay? Because she doesn't just burst me anymore like a bitch. Like, she has 171 ability power, and now I have 107 resistance, which basically means that she now does 70 damage per attack, per normal attack, which is a lot more manageable now. Now my jungler is going for the turn, and I'm actually using my R pretty early because I know that she can just burst me pretty quick. Then she dies to my jungler and we just chillax. Now, we don't know where their jungler is, okay? What I do know is that I can scout him with my W, meaning that he is not in close proximity, okay? So I'm like, right now I'm face checking stuff, sure, but I'm not really face checking stuff because I keep looking at my W and, well, it's not lighting up, meaning there is nobody nearby, which means I am safe. Now I see that there's a plant here, which makes it that I can literally get back to a half health, which means that now I feel safe again to fight people here. Because when you're low, it's a little bit scary because you can get one shot by a cane if you are not careful, right? But we still face check stuff because we have W. When you do not play Tryndamere, but something else, then you shouldn't really face check stuff like that. Top viewer Streambo Live. Hello, Golden Newspaper, Paperman 4. Welcome to the chat. Well, it's good to have you here. So what I'm currently doing, Golden Paperman, is I am going over a Platinum 2 Tryndamere review and just go over my mistakes and thought processes and stuff that I did well, and you could learn from when you are still a low elo player. But it's good to have you in the chat. Golden Newspaper Man 4. Okay. Alright, let's continue. So at this moment I just remove their cone, because why not? And my goal now is there are no big objectives on the map. When you press tab, we have a really big leading gold. We have 4 thirds, they have 0. What we would like to continue doing now is to deny the cane his scaling. So we are trying to just take his crux for free. Yeah. But right now we are backing. But I see the Akali, she wasted her shroud. Her shroud counters me, which means that if my team doesn't kill her there, I kill her, because she doesn't have shrouds and I can just burst her down there. So that is why I cancelled my back, because I wanted to guarantee her dead there. Alright? Now, as you can see, there are people running from us. But at no prevail. We don't really get anything from it. But Drake is actually spawning. And well, I'm staying here. Why? Because I would like to guarantee that we are stacking drakes and scaling properly in the game, okay? Now, she is taking my top turns and maybe getting like 600 gold, 700 gold or something. But it doesn't matter. Why doesn't it matter? Because she is super weak. She has one item, literally one freaking item. She's level 12, which is like weak as shit. My ADC is level 12. Like, it's not very good at this particular point of the game. Now, plus, she is worth not much gold. So when someone kills her, she gets maybe a little bit of, they get a little bit of gold. But now that she is getting more gold back, she is getting worth more gold as well. So when my team kills her back in the future, back in Did you see what I did there? So when people kill her in the future, she is worth more gold again. Okay, so I don't mind staying for Drake and not using my teleport. I think I have teleported, right? Do I? Well, I don't really know. I never know that you could have this up this up. That's that's interesting. Now, well, fine. That's can I just thank you. All right. So yeah. So we just take this, right? Now she gets stopped, but we secure second Drake. Really important because not only do we scale as team when we get Drakes, but she is literally, quite literally, playing Shyvana. So what does Shyvana do? She gets permanent armor and magic resistance for killing monsters. I think they reworked her. Yeah, so she just gets stronger the more monsters she kills. Okay, that's her. That's her passive. I think before the rework, she actually skilled through taking drakes, but now she also skills with just taking regular jungle camps, I guess. But she also skills with drakes, so it's a win-win, right? Look, and now because our jungler is so strong, she can just solo bolo their jungler there. But I think she dies here. Look, we're just clearing minions. Okay, she actually kills my jungler. Oh no! Oh. My bot lane actually kills my jungler. That's quite funny. Well. Right. So I see the Tryndamere, and he happened to be in my way, right? Like I yeah, like he walked into me. Basically, it wasn't intentional. But when you look at my champion here, is I spin away. Okay, and when I spin, I see is the jungler with my W right in the bush. He happened to be there, right? He just so happened. I just kill him, and then I kill their top laner with the Cho. So I actually flash to get away from from Cho'Gath's knockup, because if he knocks me the fuck up there, I'm dead. Okay, I'm just dead. So I flash away, then I kill Irelia, and then I spin away. Really sick, right? So there's one really important thing in this game, and that is line of vision, right? So a line of vision means is okay, how much vision do we have now? And like drawing a line, okay? So as you can see, we have vision here, we have vision right here, we have vision right here, and we have vision right here. So our line of vision is going from here towards here. So let's say when I draw a map here, like when I go to paint, let's make this full size. Alright, so let's zoom in a bit. So this is the league map, alright? So when you look at this game, we have a pretty good line of vision. Like our vision goes from around this bush, I think. Goes from... Can I draw, please? The fuck? It goes from here. Let me... How can I make it... Can I make this a little bit... Let's make this a little bit better, shall we? This is a little bit tiny. I would like this to be a little bit more fat, right? Like this. So when we draw a line, the line goes from here to here to here to here, and this we have vision here. This is what we call line of vision, right? Now we have vision of, let's just say, like approximately 70% of the map. So we have a line of vision of 70% of the map, which means that we know what is happening. Now, when we take a look at the red team, their line of vision is like very pathetic. Like it goes from around here to here to here to maybe a little bit here, but it's getting pushed out more. So their line of vision is like 40%. So their line of vision, let me just, which is the opponents, theirs is more like this. Okay, this is their line of vision, which is like 40%. Now, because we have more vision of the map, like we have like 30% more vision of the map, and this line, this blue line right here, this dark blue line, this is our shared vision. Like both teams have vision here, which is close to like 10% vision. 10% vision. So we have way more vision of the map. Now, because we just see more of the map, we can be at more places more safely. We know quicker and faster where people are and why they are there. We can invade them, but they can't invade us because they don't know where everybody is all of the time, unless we come into their vision, their 40% vision, right? Now, well, it's probably close to, like, they cannot see this part of the map, so realistically speaking, they have like this, and then they have a really big gap, and then they have this, right? So it's more like 30% of the map vision. Yeah. So like this thing is just gapped. Like they have no vision there. But we actually do have a little bit of vision there. Cool, right? So we have, meaning is that we have more prio in their own jungle than they have, which sounds weird at first sight, but when you like draw it out, then it actually makes a lot more sense. So let's, like, 30% is a bit much, but like they can see this big chunk of the map, which basically makes it between 25 and 30% vision of the map, which sucks. Like they are unsafe. Okay. Cool. So because we have a greater line of vision, we can just do more stuff. Okay. Now, we don't see people near us. They are probably backing, because why would 5 people be standing AFK at Baron? Or at red buff, I mean. So I just killed 2 people, so they are down. There are 3 people left. They should probably be clearing minions to get more vision and stuff, and they can't really come into the river because they don't have great vision there. I think. Let me just check, alright? Yes, they don't have vision here. Because I think we sweepered it as well, maybe. No, we didn't. They didn't have vision for 30 seconds. And now they're trying to push out. They are just backing, some of them clearing waves. They are backing, and we are just doing Baron now. Now I don't have a ward, I think, but we know that normally speaking that they would need to ward the pit to make sure that Baron is not taken, but they simply don't have vision. 2 people are dead. They need to push the waves first or get more vision here, which takes time, meaning we have a small timer, a small gap to just get a free Baron pick uncontested, which is really nice. Now I base. I don't know. She actually arts, which is pretty hilarious. So now I go Wit's End, which gives me magic damage, tenacity, magic resistance, and attack speed. Now, this is normally not the build I go with Tryndamere top, but I specifically picked it just because of her, because of Akali, alright? So, normally, when you play Tryndamere top, you go with the following. You go with the following. All right. Let me just share you deep law instead. I might think it's better to like prove my point here. Deep law is a statistical site where you can view champion stats. All right. So we would like to I don't know. I would like to search champions on this site. I've actually never done it. Let me go to One Trick Ponies, because I'm a One Trick Pony myself, and let's just look up Tryndamere, okay? And let's just take a look at their build. So as you can see, most of these people, they go with the lethality build. This is Korea. my god. Damn. Let's just take a look at this build. Oh my god. So I'm having a little bit of a hiccup. So as you can see, oh my god. You mostly go with a hail of blades, sudden impact, deep ward, ultimate hunter, legends, alacrity, and with last stand. Now there are certain matchups where you go grasp, okay? Matchups like Timo. Timo, let me make this a bit bigger for you. Timo. Now, grasp with second wind is really good. Plus Dort with second wind. With Doran's shield is actually really good for survivability here. You can go with Hail of Blades, but the problem is that Timo is going to blind you, and then it's going to be wordless your rune. So in this specific situation, just go grasp. You can also go grasp against Jax. Grasp. You can go second wind, or you can go with what's it called again? You can go with grasp, or you can oh my god, man. You can go with grasp, or you can go with second wind, or bone plating. All right, your choice. You can either go Doran's shield, or Doran's blade. What I my god, I'm having hiccups. But what I recommend you do is, if you are not certain of your skills, you are a new player, to the game, pick grasp against jacks. Because the only thing you have to like do is you have to auto attack and spin out. And you just win because you have superior sustain. So whenever you go against Timo, you need with grasp, you go ghost and flash. Well, whenever you play against jacks, you can go with ghost and flash, but if you do go with Dorn's shield and go with second wind. Okay? When you choose to play a little bit more aggressive, but still pretty safe and easy, you can go with Ghost Ignite. You can go with Dorn's Blade. You can go with Bone Plating. Okay, this is really good for level 1 fighting. This is really good if you would like to sustain property till level 4, 3, 5, maybe even 6, and then you can dive jacks or run them down with Ghost and E and just kill him when you have more health, more health and a fully stacked passive. Now you can go grasp against jacks, sure, but you can also go with Blade, which is basically this right here, and then you just go with with Ghost Ignite, Dorn's Blade and Bone Plating, because you're playing to win early. Okay, so let me just write it down. You can also go with a Hail of Blades with these augmentations. Okay, now another matchup that's pretty vital to know is something like Renekton and Volibear. So what I usually like to do, well, against Renekton, this is kind of a must, but also semi against Volibear as well. Whenever you go against these specific two champions, whenever you get an early kill and you have 800 gold, you have a choice, okay? You can go with either 2 Doran's blade and a potion, maybe even 2, but I don't recommend it. You can also go for boots. You can go for a long sword, and then you can go for a refillable potion. Okay. Now you can this is what's a good buy against someone like Timo, like maybe Timo or something. But against Renekton and Volibear, I usually really like to buy this item, and it's called Bramble Vest. And why might you ask, would you buy Bramble Vest? Well, you would buy Bramble Vest because it reduces their healing when they stun and damage you, because they have a lot of anti healing from damaging you. It is what this thing basically does is it reduces healing by 40%. So this thing basically it gives you 30 armor, and it gives you 10 magic damage when people hit you, and they also give people grievous wounds for 3 seconds, cutting their healing by 40%, which is basically almost half, which is a big deal against these specific champions. Now, whenever you are feeding, this is also a great item to buy, but just do not feed, right? And well, against these champions, buying this basically means you have a free ignite without the damage of course, but you reduce their healing the same exact way ignite would do. Let me show you something cool. Oh man, I'm having a really big hiccup here. So when you see like it sets targets on fire for 5 seconds, revealing them, but also dealing damage. So it's good against who? the target it gets grievous wounds for 5 seconds. That is the same exact passive as Bramblefest. Really good, really good, really good. So, whenever you buy this, you buy yourself a free ignite without the damage. Well, just a tiny bit, of course. But you basically buy yourself a free ignite every time champions like Volibear or Renekton attack you. Super busted. Like, you cannot lose when you buy this against them. Whenever you have first blood, they just cannot burst you. It's really good. So I think for now that is enough information. Someone that I really like to watch is Vogt. Vogt V2. He does have a Tryndamere spreadsheet, which is like free. But this spreadsheet hasn't been updated since 2024. So, if you would like the better updated version, you can go to his channel and then just follow him there, become a subscriber to him, and then you can get access to the full challenger Tryndamere matchup list, right? Okay, so we have gone over a lot of Tryndamere tips and tricks in mid, plat, and below. Let's just continue. So I am scouting with my W there, but I see nobody nearby. So I just clear the way. Clear the minions there, because there's no way to cheat them. Now their top laner uses R, but they don't get a kill off. You can see that I rotated because a fight was breaking out, but now I'm here. They are backing up. Because they are scared of me. So I rotated because I did not want my team to die there. Basically, like, me getting this turret is fun and all, but if my team dies, that makes the game like 10 times more complicated. because they give up a bu- well well a bunch of gold and experience and a tempo and Baron buff. So here I'm backing. I'm getting getting items. So so I just forgot to tell you the build path, but it may have changed now since it's patch 26.66 because I have a specific build path for 25.5. Now I'm just trying to keep my team alive. Now I tried to W, but it didn't work. So I just killed him, I guess, and I secured Drake here. Now, the only turret that's still up is top lane turret, which is pretty ironic. Considering that I'm the strongest player in the game. Now I don't really see people, so I'm scared to show on the map because I don't really like to die here. Now I see that I'm getting followed by a lot of people. So I actually flashed here, but I didn't have to flash, I think. Let's rewatch that. So I spinned. I'm pretty sure that I didn't have to flash there when I played it a little bit better. Now I buy Soreldas because I would like to slow people down and just chunk them down, because Irelia is building armor and is fast. Cho'Gath can be fast with Swifties, and he does stack armor. So I would like to just slow them and burst them down. That's why I bought Irelia, right?
Turret has been destroyed.
And now we have a 10k gold lead. Minions are coming. The Kane dies. Akali is close to being dead. A third dies. Second turn dies. Akali dies, and the Nexus dies. I mean, that is basically how you play Tryndamere top to crush in mid plat. Yeah. So yeah, the Tryndamere build path. So most of them they go with a Hydra, Infinity Edge, Essence Weaver, Navori, Lord. You can also go Mortal to go down healing. And this is for slowing people if you don't really play against tanks, but you also don't really need anti-heal. You pick Soreldas for the slow, and then you have Mercury, which basically makes it that you remove crowd control debuffs. So let's say you get blinded by a Teemo. You can just activate Quicksilver and you get out of the blind and you can kill him in one fell sweep. Swoop or sweep. So and you can use this item against Mordekaiser R. You can just exit his R if you would like to, and you can actually whenever you get stunned by the Faker Cage or you get nadoed by the Yasuo and he 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 Rs you, you can basically activate Quicksilver and you're good. You get out of it. It's really nice. So yeah, I think this is the build for the domination tree. You can go with the resolve tree and it's basically the same, right? Doesn't really matter. Yeah. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'm going to play some games by myself now. But I wanted to make this YouTube video particularly And well, I'm getting back to streaming in a second. um, but well, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this, and I'll be back in a second streaming some games. But first of all, I'm going to stop the stream and record this to YouTube. All right, see you guys. Peace.